Hello and good day. So finally, the ceasefire deal between Pakistan and Afghanistan has been signed in Doha, Qatar, and this was announced by Qatari Foreign Minister. So far, we do not have complete details about the deal, but it has been announced that both countries have agreed to enforce a permanent ceasefire or maybe the ceasefire till the next round of talks. Today we will discuss about how long this ceasefire will last, because when the last ceasefire was enforced on the request of Taliban regime, Pakistan agreed to go for ceasefire on last Wednesday for initially for 48 hours, and then it was extended till the Doha talks were held. And during that time, both sides blamed each other for violating a ceasefire. Pakistan blamed a Taliban regime that it was still sending TTP terrorists inside Pakistan, and Pakistan hit those terrorist groups. And then Pakistan hit a terrorist camp, alleged terrorist camp inside Afghanistan's Paktika province, and reportedly Pakistan killed around 60 to 80 terrorists in that camp, and that camp, according to reports, belonged to Hafiz Gul Bahadur group of TTP or Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. And Pakistan also blamed Afghanistan for sending TTP terrorist groups into different districts of Pakistan, especially those which are bordering Afghanistan. And Afghanistan blamed Pakistan for carrying out strikes inside Afghanistan. So the chances of holding this truce or ceasefire are bleak, and I will discuss upon that. But according to the Qatari Foreign Minister, the next round of talks or dialogue will be held in Istanbul, Turkey, on 25th of October. Let me remind you, Pakistan was recently selected as vice chair of United Nations Security Council's Counter-Terrorism Committee. And the task of this committee, according to UNSC, is the UN Security Council's Counter-Terrorism Committee, or CTC, was established in 2001 to monitor the implementation of Security Council Resolution 1373, which requires all member states to take measures against terrorism, including criminalizing assistance to terrorists and denying them financial support. The CTC promotes international cooperation and provides expert guidance through its Counter-Terrorism Committee Executive Directorate (CTED) to help states enhance their capacity to fight terrorism. Now, if Pakistan is a vice chair in that committee along with France and Russia, and the chair is Algeria, obviously Pakistan would share its concerns, deep concerns, that Afghan Taliban regime is financing, supporting, harboring and sheltering TTP, which has been proscribed by not only Pakistan but the United States State Department as a terrorist group. So that means that Pakistan would request the UN Security Council's this committee to hold Taliban regime responsible for these terrorist activities, and then probably Pakistan will recommend more sanctions on Afghanistan or Afghan regime. Pakistan might have done that already, but this is very important to note that Pakistan is vice chair of UN Security Council's Counter-Terrorism Committee, and many people in Pakistan forget this fact that Pakistan holds this very important vice chair in UN Security Council as a non-permanent member, of course. Pakistan has been claiming for the last 4.5 years since Taliban took over in August, 15th August 2021, that that Afghan Taliban are harboring or sheltering, or they are providing shelter and they are providing housing to all those terrorists which belong to TTP, the proscribed or the banned group in Pakistan, and like I said, in the United States. And at the same time, Pakistan reminded Afghan regime that those terrorists who were jailed by the Ashraf Ghani regime belonging to TTP were freed, and then they started carrying out terrorist activities within Pakistan. And now Afghan government, Pakistan, this is also a fact that Pakistan went to Doha talks with only single point or 1 point agenda, and that is that Afghan regime must rein in and stop harboring TTP or Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Pakistan has no other agenda, and Pakistan says if Afghan regime is able to do that, if it is willing to do that, if it has desire to do that, obviously it has capacity to do that, then Pakistan has no issue with Afghan people or Afghan government. And there is another point which I would like to make, that is that many people inside Pakistan or in Afghanistan think that this is Pakistan's war against Afghanistan. This is not so. Basically, this is Pakistan's war against terrorism. This is Pakistan's war against TTP, which has training camps inside Afghanistan, particularly along the border area, and Pakistan is targeting in self-defense, or you may call it preemptive strikes, like United States of America used to do that, and many other countries are doing the same thing. So Pakistan exercised its right to defend itself. Pakistan has warned, like I said in many other videos, Pakistan has warned again and again and again for the last 4.5 years. Pakistan pleaded them, Pakistan requested them, Pakistan protested, Pakistan held so many rounds of talks at the highest level, at the foreign minister level, at the foreign secretary's level, at the special envoy level, at the ISI chief level. And one more thing I would like to clarify, because there were reports that Pakistan probably targeted Afghan intelligence chief Abdul Haq Wasiq, and that gentleman, the Afghan intelligence chief, was very much there, present at the Doha talks. And Doha talks were headed by Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Muhammad Asif and Afghan Defense Minister Mullah Muhammad Yaqub, who is son of Mullah Umar. So there is a propaganda going on social media by some Afghan elements and many Indian handles that this is probably a war between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Let me remind you that Taliban regime is not representative of Afghan people. And we all know that. And Pakistan and so many other countries have demanded that Afghanistan should have a government which should be inclusive, which should be representative of all people of Afghanistan, like Uzbeks, Hazara, Tajik, and other ethnic communities. But this hasn't happened so far. So I know it for a fact that many people, probably majority of Afghan people, they are against Taliban regime and they are probably happy, but they cannot speak out on social media for fear of Taliban, and they probably support Pakistan's strike inside Afghanistan when Pakistan strikes those hideouts of terrorists, whether they are BLA terrorist groups, whether they are TTP terrorist camps. So I am one of those who does not have much hopes that this ceasefire will last long. Obviously, now the next round of talks is going to take place on 25th of October. So we have like 6-7 days left, and we will see how this ceasefire agreement will come into force, or whether it will be respected by Afghan regime, or it will keep on patting the back of TTP to send more groups into Pakistan and put pressure on Pakistan. At the same time, we all know that in the recent past, India and Afghan governments, they have signed multiple agreements, and there are reports that India probably wants to send or is ready or to send some arms or maybe boots on grounds or some technical support to Afghan people, but it hasn't happened so far. So I think that chances of this ceasefire agreement to last long are very, very bleak. Thank you for watching, and please do leave your comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed so far.